A place back there, the ego's butterfly effect. Rod Serling opening. Witness, if you will, a man named Peter Corrigan. An engineer by trade, but an amateur in the science of regret. He sits in a Washington, D.C. club, trading theories about time travel. He wonders aloud if a man could change the past. But what he's really asking is whether guilt can rewrite itself. Tonight, Mr. Corrigan will learn that the past is not a place. It's a projection, and the ticket that takes you there is belief. What Peter Corrigan calls back there isn't a place in time. It's a defense mechanism. It's the mind saying, I could have done something different, which is really, I could have been a different self. That's what the ego worships, alternatives. The illusion of a fork in the road keeps it alive. When Serling drops that line, could a human being change what has happened before? He's not writing about time travel. He's writing about guilt. The desire to go back is the desire to undo an imagined sin. But guilt is always the same thought. Something went wrong, and it was my fault. Corrigan just projects that thought into history. He doesn't want to save Lincoln, he wants to save himself. And that's why the butterfly effect fits perfectly. In a dream, if you change one wing beat, the whole pattern changes because it's all one image. The ego can't see that unity. It thinks in fragments, in causes and effects, so it believes it can tweak the picture and keep the rest intact. The ego knows nothing of stillness. Stillness is changelessness. No variables, no causes, no wings to flap. The medicine of the mind. When Booth calls himself a benefactor and says he dabbles in medicine of the mind, it's chilling because that's exactly what the ego does. It pretends to heal the mind while drugging it with time. It says, here, take this. Think about what you could have done differently. It offers the medicine of regret, and the patient stays sick because the prescription assumes the disease is real. A Course in Miracles says the Holy Spirit's medicine is simple, the correction of error. Not by fixing the dream, but by showing it never happened. The ego's psychiatrist says, tell me about your symptoms. The Holy Spirit says, you have none. The inheritance. When William says his wealth came in a beribboned box, that's the ego's parody of grace. He inherits the illusion of gain through the chain of guilt, his ancestors' so-called foresight. Corrigan changed the past, yes, but only to inherit a deeper form of delusion. He still believes in the box. He still believes in time's ribbon. Contrast that with what the Course calls inheritance, the peace of God. It's not earned, it's not changed, and it's not wrapped in anything. It's the gift that's been sitting untouched while we keep unwrapping dreams. The skein of events. Rod Serling's closing line is pure metaphysics. The skein of events cannot be undone. A skein is a single thread wound into a loop, time seen from above. The ego looks at it and sees knots. The Holy Spirit sees a single, unbroken circle that was never real to begin with. The small fragments of tapestry that can be altered are only symbols within the dream, shifts in perception. You don't change the cloth, you realize the loom was in your mind all along. The holy flip. So Corrigan tries to stop the assassination, but in doing so, ensures his own script plays out exactly as written. That's how the ego operates. It sets up the loop, then calls it fate. The only way out is not to change the loop, but to question the belief that you were ever in it. The butterfly effect collapses in stillness. When the mind stops flapping, when it refuses to alter or defend the picture, the whole swarm disappears. That's the real time travel, the return to the changeless present where nothing happened, nothing needs to be fixed, and there is no back there. Mr. Peter Corrigan, an engineer who built bridges across time but never crossed the one within himself. He discovered that guilt cannot be engineered and the past cannot be rewound. Because the reel he's watching plays only in the mind, and the only exit is now. Another traveler lately returned from a place back there. Destination: the Twilight Zone.